You're watching another Nerd Stalker interview.
Let's shift a little bit to business since you're the CEO. And in 2008, you led, or you guys did a management buyout from the company that originally kind of started this kind of wearables project with you guys. Can you tell us more about that experience? Because that seems pretty interesting to me. It was 2008, at least here in the United States. That was kind of the middle of the recession, or the start of the recession. So.
Yeah, that's one interesting adventure that we have had, and the roots for that MBO is that our mother company, a traditional kids clothing company in Finland called Reima, they faced an ownership change situation. So their new owners arrived in, and the new owners said to management and the previous owners that they are not keen on getting their hands into the wearable tech business. They just want to buy and acquire a kids clothing brand. And it almost looked that this story could have been destroyed during that arrangement, and we got a bit shocked because we already had worked more than 10 years with this story, and we created some IP, we created some customer relationships. We started to feel that this starts to fly. We felt that we didn't have any numbers behind that story, and we the management team we made a decision that we have to fight. We can't let them the bankers to destroy the story, and we found few angels, few venture kind of business angels to help us to do the operation, because we didn't have an experience on doing these deals, and we didn't have all the needed money to do it. So we found the three angels, good angels had arrived into the picture and helped us to do the MBO, and it was really in middle of the financial crisis, and it was a big thing that we did. And I personally invested more in this story that I invested in my house.
Wow.
Which puts this in the perspective that it was a big decision, but it showed that in this story. And now when we are looking back in 2014 to 2008, we did absolutely right decision. So it's so clear that the risk taking on those days was wise. But on the other hand, when we did an MBO, it made us kind of to work even more hard. We wanted to be proud what we made, the decision what we made, and there was no room for the failure, especially in Finland, where in Finland when you go into the bankruptcy with your company, it will be almost like a criminal record. So there is no chance that you can do it again. So it's unfair in Finland, but if you fail, you are the failure and you don't have another option.
Oh my gosh.
US.
Boy, that's kind of like being on the edge of a cliff, right?
But it made us to work hard. Yeah.
Boy, I'd say that's motivation.
It's a part of the motivation. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's like having a gun to your head almost, but.
We survived. At the moment, we are clearly operationally funded company. We're growing quite fast. Actually, today we already have more than 300 employees. So we have hired some tens of more employees, and the growth rate of the company, at least from the Finnish perspective, it's really good. So yeah, now it feels good.
Hey, I got a question for you now. What I understand now, so now you're over 300. So now, and they're split between China and Finland, right?
Yeah.
So how is it to run a multinational company, and multicultural company? So I mean, when you say multinational, it means multicultural. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a fascinating thing to me because we work in a lot of ways on the app side with developers in different countries, but you're really kind of supplying. If it's China, that's probably where a lot of the clothing is made, right?
Yeah. It's a of course it's a challenge, but first of all, I have to say that I'm lucky because in my management team there are the guys who are thrilled uh, about to make the factory work, and that's not my passion. And my passion is to work with the customers and with the technology. So we have a pretty good roles. They run the factory and I run the sales and the the new ideas with the customers. So I don't have to run there. I visit the factory a few times per year to show my face there and tell them that the future looks even more bright than it has been, and kind of trying to put them into the picture. And of course the factory management, they travel to us a few times per year. So it's that's the interface how I see it. But of course there is lots of daily activities, lots of systems, lots of specification ramp ups. For example, every time that we introduce a new product into the production line, the group of engineers from Finland, they will travel to China for roughly 3-4 weeks, and they take care that the product lands on the production line smoothly. And yeah, of course, it's a big thing, especially in the environment where we are combining textiles and electronics. So it's not about just bringing some new product there, but it's always bringing some new technologies and new challenges. So the factory that we are having in China, it's quite unique. So we have adopted a lot of technologies from the electronics industry and from plastics industry and also from textile industry. We put everything into the same building, so we are able to serve the customers with the products that respect the rules from the electronics industry, but also the rules from the textile industry. So it has been also a challenge. It has been also an interesting adventure to build the factory where we can do millions of products per year and satisfy the customers like Adidas and Garmin and Under Armour, who are very demanding regarding the quality and functionality and safety and prices and everything. So it's a multicultural challenge also in technological wise. So we are putting different production cultures into the same picture.
No, I mean, I could understand that, Akseli, because I think, when I'm thinking about this, you're creating a factory that does both textile and electronics, as you say, and the issue I see is also just ramping it up. I mean, you probably, I mean, I come from a world that dealt with small pilot runs, kind of just to prove the proof of concept of the manufacturing, and then someone pushes this button somewhere and it goes into mass production. And I think it sounds very similar to what you're doing there at Clothing Plus.
Yeah, yeah, of course it keeps us alive. It keeps us kind of, we see that there is a new ways to do it, and this world is not even close to the readiness. So this is an inspiring environment to work.
Yeah, no, I could understand. It sounds exciting from my end here, just listening to you. But anyway, I mean, I guess I'll close out the interview. I mean, I could probably talk to you about a few more hours, but that wouldn't be fair to our audience or people. But can you tell people how to learn more about Clothing Plus and maybe get a hold of you as well?
Yeah, there is of course, we have the website. We have a more and more stronger presence in US. I will be spending more time here. We will open and some site here probably in the East Coast first. And of course, from the web. Actually, just a few days ago, there was in Engadget, there was a short news about what Clothing Plus has done, and one reference and a great story for the nerds like me is that we did a sports bra, a really stylish, nice sports bra with the Victoria's Secret with the integrated sensors, and that was a big victory for the nerd like me.
Oh,
to make that
absolutely.
happen. Yeah.
That's exciting, man. That's mainstream in my mind. Victoria's
Yeah,
Secret.
that's a good sign. It shows that the companies are really arriving into this industry when the companies like Victoria's Secret is doing a successful launch.
Yeah, absolutely. You should be very proud of that. So,
Thanks.
anyway, yeah, I appreciate that and appreciate your time. I know you've been in the United States for 5 weeks now, and you're probably itching to go back to Finland after you get some business done. So I'll let you get going. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate sharing both the business and the technology talk with us here at Nerdstalker. So anyway, that was Akseli Reho, CEO of Clothing Plus, producing wearable sensors and products into clothing seamlessly. So this is Greg Gloria, aka Social Greg, on Twitter for the Nerdstalker Media Network, where you believe in tech, startups, design, and you. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and be careful out there. Thanks again, Akseli, and have a safe trip back to Finland.
Thank you, and have a nice holidays.
All right.